don't think my spearman is going to survive this, you know, because this archer is going to be a real pain. Let's just cross the river as fast as we can. This might not be possible. This might be a certain death. Tragic, yet preventable? Question? I don't think preventable. Hopefully. Now onto the monument. I'm just trying to build a couple of monuments here and there. We've got another settler appearing from helicopter kicker. I think I can tank with this warrior on that tile, but there are better tiles to defend on, like this one. So we're just going to pull back a little bit, just for a tiny bit more defendable territory. The trader has actually made it all the way. The road is complete. What is that? That's crazy. Missionary time now. Go send a couple out, spread them to the city-states, get me some era score. There's 6 era score worth it here if we can convert all 3 of these cities. More if we convert Wulin as well. Yep, nope, we got discovered by everything. I don't think there was a play there because the archer moved onto this tile. So even if I'd gone to that hill, it would have been attacked. It would have been chased the whole way. Yeah, rip, Mr. Spearman, rip. Hopefully the barbs won't make their way all the way over to my capital. If they do, we'll be prepared, but we'll hope for a little bit of leniency from them. From our barbarian overlords, please do not kill. Leave alone, please. That's wheel. What are we going to do now? I think currency to the commercial hub. Let's just commit to the strat. I like the strategy. I don't normally go so heavy on great people, especially great merchants beginning of the game. We're going to do something a little bit different today. All right, here is the swordsman. It's going to be attacking me with 35 strength. I have 32 inherently in this warrior. I will have 35, 38 with the defensive bonuses, and then a little bit more from being fortified by 41. So I will trade favorably, but I'm not going to sweep this combat. So we'll hold on for maybe a turn and then pull back into the capital. Sorry, into helicopter kicker. I can give myself so much production if I make this my government plaza, you know. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's chop this down. I wasn't going to get rid of this forest so early, but I think that's the logical chop. If there's anything you know about me, ladies and gentlemen, it's that I like a logical chop. The letter already up to swordsman. That's good. Right, I took 29 damage and healed 10. So I took 19 damage and killed them for 32. I think I can survive this fight if I continue to fortify. If the warrior also joins in, maybe not. But we'll try our best to hold out for as long as we can. Now I'm going to go watermill because that will give me 2 food because there's an extra wheat there and a production in my capital. And then we'll chop out into the government plaza. Machu Picchu has already been built. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's both wonderful and terrifying at the same time. This time we only did 30 damage. Very low. Well, we did less damage that fight, even though they were on less health. Right, we're going to have to pull back. We're not going to survive another round. Back to helicopter kicker we go. Let's see what the deserts above Auckland provide us. We're not going to be producing settlers in Rad Bickley until we've made our government plaza. So there's no point going provision now. Instead, we're going to unlock Armani and we're going to start to tour. We're going to go Wulin first, seeing as we do have an envoy there. And obviously, getting the envoy has spread my religion. Look at that. I don't actually know what quest that was. What did they want? Doesn't say. It's complete. Whatever they wanted has been done. Who is that? Oh, we're looking either, I think, at England or Japan. Those are my 2 guesses. We'll see if we end up being right. Political philosophy time, though. And then we'll drop down to theology for double work ethic as quick as we can. This is 58 production. The watermill won't be chopped out this turn. It will be finished next turn. Rad Bickley's looking industrious, spicy, ready to go, ready to hit life with a vengeance. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Warrior. How you doing? Let's just upgrade to Archer preemptively. And government plaza time. Temple of Artemis is tempting. It is really, really tempting. 4 food and 3 housing. I'm trying to work out whether or not it would be worth it or not. There is a plantation there. There's a plantation there. I think the max that I could do is only a +3 Temple of Artemis, which isn't really something I'd write home about. It would give me all the housing and food I'd need. I'll think about it. I probably won't get it because thinking about it on Deity++ is basically giving up on it. But we'll see what we can do. Mountain power. Huzzah! More dedication bonus. Everything that follows my religion will help eventually. Housing-wise, we have currently half a housing. So we've got +1 from my improvements. If I put a farm down, it wouldn't improve me to 6 of 8 housing. So I'm not going to bother. But instead, we're going to go for the mine and go for 3 mines into apprenticeship boost. Hello, the letter. Oh, my lord. You don't even want my religion. What's going on? Embrace my religion. It's wonderful. I'm thinking about a settle in the desert for era score, which is a bit weird, I know, because there's no real resources, but it gives me access to the sea, and I want to jump in and grab this +4 holy site from Auckland before they claim it, which is going to be really tricky, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, we made it back. Helicopter kicker is now safe haven for a little bit. Settler might struggle to leave the city temporarily, but we'll give it a good go. These barbs are just lurking, so I'm going to go and try and clear them out. The government plaza is finished. I have to wait until political philosophy philosophy. But I can get myself provision, get a 4-turn settler. Let's just do it. Come on, 4-turn settler. I want to get this settlement as quick as I can. Lock him at plus 10 holy site. I mean, it's ridiculous when you think about it. Plus 10. Honestly, what is wrong with this game? That is far too much. More dedication bonus. How much era score do we need to get the golden age? Another 14. Wow. All right, we'll do what we can, but this is going to be tough. Okay, they attacked my heavy chariot. A foolish thing to do, because now I have currency. That, of course, had nothing to do with it, but it's just foolish to do anyway. You should never fight against old Ursa. Oh, the swordsman's backing off. All right, then back off, I say. Back off indeed. Auckland follows my religion. Another 2 era score. Next up, apprenticeship is where I want to go. Build a pasture. Should be easy enough, especially if I settle down here and go for that source of horse. A lasagna of tiny trotters. A productive neighbor. Oh, we just found a lot of people. And okay, this is Deity ++ really coming into its own already. Look at the yields. 58 science, 71 culture, 65 science, 60 culture. We are so far behind. But hello, Ludwig. Hello, Simon. How are you both? Wulin has revealed everything to me. Oh, it was the red of Germany. Interesting. And they have choral music. All right, good to know. Very good to know. A little bit concerning. We managed to do all of that without any trade, and now we can do a little bit of trade. Nobody. Oh no, there are some luxuries. Come on. 1, 2 for some honey. Do you want to do this trade? They'll do with 2 for 1. That's all they're going to do for now, but that does make me a lot happier that we'll do that. Happy capital is a productive capital. We've got a builder on the way as well, which will help to give me 2 more sources of dye. With 1 source of dye, Helicopter Kicker was a fairly decent city. With 3 sources of dye, well, let me tell you, Helicopter Kicker will be dying hard. They'll be out painting the town red and blue and yellow and pink. That's crazy though. These 2 people, okay, Gran Colombia is currently 6 techs ahead of me, but they're only in 6th with 65 science per turn. What is going on? What is going on? -10 and -5. Neither of these civs are going to like me, by the way. I didn't have gold to send them delegations even if I wanted to. I say that Gran Colombia might be my friend. They're down here, Bogota. We might have a little bit of a problem with an old faithful grab if we're not careful, but actually an early friendship with Gran Colombia gives me a trading partner into the late stages of the game. That's good. That's really good. Nice little defensive location we've got. Got the archer firing over the top, keeping everyone at bay. Oh yes, of course, my Diplofavor and my iron. We could sell both of those. And we'll receive a delegation. That doubled the gold I had. Yes to delegations. We like those. All right, yeah, if you want to buy this stuff, you're welcome. I don't mind what you do with it, as long as you don't attack me with it. So I guess in a way I do mind what you do with it, but just behave yourself. Oh, this really shows you how far behind I am. I'm on 2 cities and 9 pop. We have 6 cities and 26, 6 cities and 33. I have barely a quarter of the population that the AI does. Wow. But we do have a government. Both of them have gone classical republic. That's what I was going to do anyway. So we'll jump into that. But hey, it all helps with the potential friendship. Classical republic, done. Let's get the settler card in. Let's get first envoy counts as 2. Let's keep urban planning in and put Ilkham in. No, wait. For a second I need discipline, then we'll get Ilkham. We still have this bar problem. I don't really want to let them go. Hold out for as long as you can. Here's the settler. Let's get in that ancestral hall fast as we can. Pick up military tradition for the flanking bonuses, and then we'll go for something much better. Theology. Double holy site bonuses. Yes, we're already on +8 holy site. This could be +16. Very tempting. If I wait 5 turns, I will get a 3 builder in city number 3, but for me, I don't think I need it because we're about to move a trader into the city. So let's just give ourselves Kutasi. No. It's Cartesian. Of course it is. We all knew that. That was 1 era score for a desert city and another 2 for converting it. Reformed church now already. Wow, that's actually genuinely quite quick. And now I'll move over to here. We've got the builder working in Helicopter Kicker. I think we're going to go straight the builder in Cartesian as well. Yeah, maybe I should have actually gone for the builder card. I'll put it in when I can, once the barbs are dealt with. We only need 1 era score now in 16 turns. I'm hoping that will be very doable. Fingers crossed. That's an archer. Oh, It's a little bit more painful. Might have to aggressively push here, which is what I'm going to do. Let's try and push through the archer. Whether we can or not, I don't know. Maybe we can. Man-at-arms. Oh, this was a swordsman. I'm not complaining. Man-at-arms is a much more powerful unit, but it was cheaper. That was the main difference. Maybe I can afford it if I just sell everything. 317. No, I can't afford it. And I haven't met any more barbs at the moment, so we're just going to have to power through for a sec. There is a 6 gold route to Auckland, but I'd rather take the 3 food to production. Let's go commercial hub in helicopter kicker. Let's just do it. We'll focus on getting as many trade routes out as possible. We don't have a lot of discovering that we need to do before we find out exactly the route to Germany. And then we can send Germany some trade routes and get a filthy ton of gold. We need to be rich. We need to be very, very rich. We're rich religiously, but we're not rich in terms of goldly. Okay, bit of damage to that heavy chariot. That's not good. This warrior is annoying, but it can't kill my archer. So I'm going to press forward and I'm going to attack, see if we can get ourselves into a position where we can just push this through. In fact, I can trick this archer here. If I move the settler there, they will move to capture it. Then I can attack, take it back. I think that's the play. We'll see if that works. I'm optimistic in that strategy. Optimism isn't the best form of governance, I know, but we'll give it a crack. One thing I'm really lacking on this continent so far, though, is massive mountain ranges. Apart from this one I've got between my capital and this city, so we are going to have to go and explore a little bit. See if we can find other giga marshes. Giga marshes. I've got other playthroughs in my head. See if we can find other giga ranges. If we can do that, I'll feel a bit better. That is a die. Would anyone like this? Yes, you would. Of course you can have that. Amazing. Simon, would you like? Yes. And yes. Can we afford this yet? 382. Open borders? Haha. Now we can afford the man-at-arms. Amazing. Just in time to just get rid of that before it pillages me. Attack with the archer. Kill it. Amazing. Even better. I love it when a plan comes together, eh? I realize I never completed the Armani tour. I guess I'm getting general points at the moment from kills. Oh no, these are all barb kills, aren't they? They don't count. Alright. Armani, onwards. Go to Valletta. I actually don't know if there's land behind it. Maybe there is. Maybe there's not. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what occurs. One thing I don't need though is my barb boost anymore. So let's plonk builders back in. Ancestral Hall is finished. And we've got more trade routes all coming into Magnus's city right now. So do we just get surplus logistics? This feels an unusual move, but a little bit of extra growth in the city. Hey, why not? Why not? 5-turn Temple of Artemis. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's happening. I'm going to do it. I'm going to regret doing this, I know. But if I don't, maybe that's the true regret. Maybe it's not getting it, which is the problem. It's 4 turns. Let's just see if we can do it. Then in theory, later down the line, this could become an amazing Magnus city. I say Magnus. Pingala. Magnus is already in it. I was reading Magnus in front of me and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, I don't know what I mean. Oh, I lost a scout, but I did manage to otherwise trade favorably with some barbs up here, which is good. I just don't want this swordsman escaping through to my land. City number 4. Potty. Haha. No. This looks like Sean Kelly. 001 or 001. It's probably 001 now that I think about it. Horseback riding. Oh, what a glorious source of horse that is. Right, straight through now to apprenticeship. And soon the giga camp. We'll get it. We need the gold to buy the tile. That's the limiting factor right now. All right, that's trouble. That is a lot of barbarians and a lot of archers. We're going to have to pull away from that really quickly. Maybe Auckland's levying Auckland is going to be the tactic here. I don't know, but that's worrying. Worryingly large amount of troops headed my way now. Era score done. Golden Age achieved. It shall forever be a golden age for me. Temple of Artemis in my capital. Basically, this gives me happiness housing, raises the cap, continues to let it grow. The more population I have in the city, the more things like lumber mills, mines, all of that exciting stuff that I can produce, and this will continue to be a settler printing hub. I say continue to be. It hasn't been a settler printing hub at all yet, but it will, don't worry. 3-turn settler. Yes, I'm going to be waiting in this city for the industrial zone. That's going to be the next district I put down, so I think that works for me. 3-turn settlers. Uh-oh, I don't know if I was fearing this or looking forward to this, but the rainforest is on fire. Now, that is pretty much a sweeping connection that I believe takes me all the way up to my land. So helicopter kicker, you might be able to get a little bit safe if I do a little bit of cutting, or you're about to get a little bit hot. I don't know. Depends if it goes all the way up. We're not in apocalypse mode, so it's not guaranteed that it will spread every tile. At least though, it means that we're going to have some really nice yields later on. Speaking of, we should probably have have a think about where we're going to settle. I think I am going to treat myself to a couple more cities around my capital. We're going to go for one there. No, scrap that. We're going to go for one there because that has access to that holy site. And then we're going to settle a city over in this location as well because we've got access to a decent holy site there. Not the best, but a decent one. A city down to claim Old Faithful. Then really we're looking for mountains. I want to go and settle next to Valletta in order to steal this tile from them before they get too many envoys. So let's settle there. Otherwise, this is all floodplain, isn't it? Floodplain normally means that we should have at least an opportunity to build one fidget spinner. If you don't know what a fidget spinner is, where you take 3 cities in a triangle and you put industrial zones down to link them all up. Don't know about that. We'll see. We'll start just producing settlers on vast quantity, see if that helps. Theology time though. And so the giga yields. Let's crack down on them now. +10. A +10. Yes. Yes. Okay, the fire has spread in quite a few different directions here. I wouldn't have to cut much rainforest down to protect myself, but I'm wondering if I just embrace it here. Take the population loss and then take the yields. We're on the housing cap anyway. It's a devilish idea, but it's a fun one. Lock in the holy site and then move to market. Now, here are my envoys. Don't forget, because Wulin follows my religion, I get 2 envoys when I send an envoy there instead of 1, which means, look at this, we've got control over so many city-states. Yep, the fire is spreading pretty badly. It's pretty rampant. We won't worry about that too much, but it is a little bit of a problem. Auckland bows to me. That's all 3 city-states that I've met under my control. Very handy for these fishing boats, actually. Very handy indeed. Well, now that everything's on fire, there's a new city. Lord Paulie, I'm sure it'll put itself out eventually, probably. Let's just hope it does, eh? Let's just hope. Might have to just swap a few tiles around here briefly. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And then pop those back. Lovely. +6 holy site. Here I come. This is the next important step. If the fire spreads across the river, we could have problems because then it's almost unstoppable before it gets to helicopter kicker. I don't think that did. I think that stopped. Okay, with loads of yields over here, but we should be fine. Excellent. That is awesome. Okay, our first golden age. We have 18 faith per turn and 670 in the bank. We are clearly going to go monumentality. We also, because we're Georgia, pick up 1 era score each time we construct a new specialty district. So lots of districts needed, and +8. Well, all of our work ethic is now going to double. Amazing. So we don't need the builder card anymore because I'll probably be praying in most of my builders. Next up, games and recreation, because we're off to defensive tactics. I want these towers, and I want them now. The first vote. I really don't know much about the world at the moment. What I don't want is for city-states to lose their bonuses if I've met them. So we're going to just vote for cultural because it's at the top of the list. And I'll go for fewer grievances on me. But again, we don't really know anything about the world at the moment, so I don't know what's going to go through. Unmet player, trade city-state. I mean, yeah, what can you do? But apprenticeship is done. That means all of my mines have +1 production. Amazing. And we now have access to industrial zones. At the moment, a few people are going for industrial zones, but not many. And merchants are still very much available, so there's a lot of stuff to play for still. The production on mines is the best bet. Yeah, that's a big passive bonus for me. That might treat myself to some more culture. This is quite an important resource, but I don't really have at the moment, and Valletta is offering me access to very cheap culture per turn. So yeah, we just gone from 10 to 17. I probably should have done that a few turns ago. I didn't know how much I wanted to rush monumentality. That was the big one for me, but my capital needs to get that industrial zone sorted as soon as possible, and I would love it if I had access to an aqueduct. So who needs ancient walls? Somebody that's going to run out of housing at some point. Everyone's kind of run out of housing, so there you go. There's engineering. Babylon with half science is on 71. That's a little bit worrying. How have you met me? Is it because you're already in space? Probably the most likely outcome here. We don't even know where they are. Yeah, they're probably in space. They're not even tech leaders. Oh no. Well, that's slightly worrying, isn't it? This is a good lesson in envoy ordering rules. So we've got Diplomatic League, which doubles my first envoy, and Taruga is there. Just spawned into the game. Oh, so it looks like this is one large landmass and Gran Colombia is coming to settle towards me. All right, well, we'll need to seal this bit, the super marsh, the giga marsh off. But I kind of like Taruga in. A little bit of extra science for my strategics. So we'll give them an envoy. Now this will double. Both of them will spread their religion and then the city should follow my religion. So in theory, I should get 3 envoys. Nope, I get 5 because don't forget, after that first envoy goes in, they're all doubled after that point. 1 envoy turns into 5. Isn't Georgia brilliant? It's not broken when it's this fun. That's what you got to remember. First industrial zone also is now finished. City number 6. It's El Turund. Again, we can just swap really easily and pop down the amazing +5 holy site, which isn't as good as the others, but is still really, really good. And these, I have to say, just regular fishing boats with Auckland are amazing already. Oh no, the fire has spread. It did spread over the river eventually. It just took its time. Yeah, helicopter kick up. I hate to break this to you, but things might be about to get a little bit melty. Holy site, finished. Oh my goodness, look at the production of this city. +30 with 2 pop. Is that it? That's amazing. My faith per turn has just skyrocketed as well. How about you just get all of the infrastructure in? Like all of it. The capital's already on 46, and that's before we start putting in all of these mines as well. So we've just improved our industrial zone slightly, up to 51. Wow. My science and culture are pretty naff, but the industry, that is pretty good. Defensive tactics. Soon we'll be getting extra faith housing, food, production, everything. Everything on a single tile, and they look really cool. That's genuinely the bit that I'm most excited about, the coolness factor. So there are some troops lurking around here. Not too many. Heavy chariots, men-at-arms, more worryingly, Commandant Generals. If Gran Colombia are planning on throwing at me, they are taking their time to do it, but I still don't really trust them, because if I was Gran Colombia, I absolutely would be attacking right now. That is 100% what I would be doing. So now that I have engineering, what do? I think lumber mills are fantastic. I think harbors are fantastic. Both of those need to be introduced into my empire. That's a big eruption. That looks like it's Auckland, and I didn't lose anything. That was just Auckland that got melted there. Fine. I'm not saying that we delight in the pain of Auckland, but if it's not my pain, it's fine. Workshop. Yes, that's mainly for the great people points, to be fair. But having it in my capital means we're now up to 54 production, and we're not even happy. Okay, right. I'm trying to promote my armies, but I'm really peaceful, you know? So do I really want to promote my armies? I don't think so. Woolen. Oh, who's stealing that? I don't approve. Recruit a great merchant, you say? I should be able to do that eventually. Rad Bickley grows and its people take pride in a thriving metropolitan life. Sure they do. 10 population capital, 58 production now. Do we treat ourselves to a giga campus? It is tempting. I don't really have a victory condition at the moment, but I am aware I am in dead last on the science tree, and that is a bit of a problem, because if I'm dead last, there's nothing I can really do as a reactive measure in case anybody else does anything like at all. That's my big problem. I think I'm going to stick to my guns. We're going industry and trade routes as a priority first, and then to other stuff. Oh, this is my favorite time when you see the fact that AI actually has some luxuries for me. One option would be to go for a religious victory, which on a 12-player map is easier said than done, especially with some of these other religions flying around with a lot of domination on the board. Look at this already. Catholicism, 19 cities. Protestantism, 17 cities. Islam, 13. Hinduism, 14. Yeah, we've only got 8 cities, but maybe that is a play. Diplomacy could be a good option. Domination, obviously, is always an option. Culture, science. I think science, if we're going to go domination, we needed a little bit of science, so that could be something to focus on now. But what I'll do is I'll only start focusing on campuses once we've got recorded history, because then we get double bang for our buck with natural philosophy, and it kind of becomes worth it. Celestial navigation, there's defensive tactics. There is another holy site complete, so I've got a missionary on the way over there to spread my beautiful religion over. 8 turns, can't be bothered to wait on that when there's 10 production per turn at stake. This unique knight could be useful though. That is 50 strength and +5 if somebody follows a different religion to me, which for instance, Germany with 300 military strength, they do follow Boulevard's religion, so that would be worth 55 strength, 60 with Wars of religion. It's unlikely to really make too much of a meaningful difference though, to be fair. Let's go instead ironworking mathematics. Pick up some of the basics. And Pingala is now needed. We need to put you into a high population, very scientific city like Helicopter Kicker, because you've got obviously all of the science around a kill. Let's get you going. We're just going to beeline feudalism now. I think feudalism is the best option. Extra builder charges always help. I guess the real way we're going to beat the AI is to expand faster than them. If we can have just tons and tons and tons of cities, economically we'll be able to outpower them. That's what we'll try and do. Use our human smarts, or what the smarts we should have. Whether we actually have any or not, I don't know. You'll have to ask around. Maybe it's just a city-state we've got to find that unlocks victory path for us. If I find, for instance, Yerevan, then suddenly a religious victory becomes so much easier. Bandar Brunei just appeared there and disappeared again. Did you see that? What was that about? Is that a glitch, or did Bandar Brunei accidentally reveal itself to us? I don't know about that one. That's really funny. Keep an eye out. We might have had a city-state discovered accidentally there. Ah, dear. That is city number 7. And we're near Old Faithful. Choco Gamer, in you get. Shot me out something good. Yeah, about that. I'm going to be settling down here. I can guarantee you won't like that one either. So let's just chill and not think about it very much. Wow, my warrior tanked that hit against a man-at-arms really well. Why don't you just stay put? Don't let them in. Fight these barbs away, I say. Oh, did I finally find a fidget spinner? I've been looking for one of these for absolutely ever. I did. Haha. Oh, that's cool. That's really, really cool. Although, unfortunately, I think by doing that, we might be settling on every single floodplain on a river. No, we can put a dam on this river down there. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine. I'm going to take another total punt here, and we're going to try and unlock Niter. That could give me another source of revenue if I've got a lot of it. Or it'll be useless if I don't. But, you know, you don't know until you try. Nanmadol, Laventa. Laventa just disappeared as well. Did you see that? What's going on? How weird. I should be keeping my eye out for this sort of stuff more. I realize we went straight over turn 100, but you know what? My stats don't really represent how I'm feeling about this game at the moment. Sure, the big problem is the fact that the AI Deity++ is going absolutely crazy. We're 9 techs behind Babylon, and Babylon is only in 7th. We have no clear win condition at all at the moment, but the really good thing is that we are now up to 7 cities when we consider that we've got 7 with Boulevard, 7 with Germany, 6 with Babylon. I'm only just in last on score, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 settlers already running around the map, and we are almost at 100 faith per turn. So there is some really, really positive stuff on this game at the moment. Just need to make sure that we actually get a win condition and sort of follow through with it. I'm enjoying it so far though. Spreading out, making sure that we gain as much land as we can. That's going to be important, but I'm just going to switch over to shipbuilding now so that we can go to cartography. I've been thinking about it, and it's more important I get out there, not to find more land necessarily, but to find more city-states. We need as many of these as we can, and Nanmadol is going to be really important for me. It is over here, which is unfortunately protected and is Catholic, but if I settle this city, I'll be able to skirt missionaries around and spread my religion to it fairly easily, so I'm not worried about that particularly. So in the meantime, all I'm doing is making sure that we have a lot of buildings like temples going. The more faith city-states I find, the better those will be in the longer run. A harbour though, look at that. 7 turns of glory. We'll get our trade routes going. I'm just holding off on this route because I think I'm going to stay internal for now. The gold routes are beginning to appear, but I think what I'll do is I'll stay internal routes until I unlock diplomatic service. As soon as we've got Wisselbanken, then we'll start cashing in on those international routes. As long as we can hold on to this friendship with Gran Colombia, that'll do 2 things for us. It'll let us have a religious alliance with them, and it'll stop them from attacking me. Gran Colombia is the one person I do not want to fight because they have a land border with me. I am so much more vulnerable to them attacking me than anyone else in this game. Germany, it's across the sea. We've got land between. It's fine. Right, this is now city number 8. We've kind of pinned the border now between us and Gran Colombia. This feels like Portland. Hello, Portland. I have a source of horse for you. Please arm yourself with walls and kill these pikemen. Thank you. And in the middle of the map, occupying these dies, you are one of the trifecta of fidget spinning cities cities. It's Mushkin. 24 reasons for this to be an amazing city. Well, 24 of them are probably the yields that I've already picked up around here. These are pretty crazy yields. Additional grievances. Look, I told you, Simon, this is not going to work. You know, I want this land. It's very important to me. So don't try and claim ownership over it. It's not going to happen. There we go. Right. Oh. Why can't you put the road down where I want you to put the road down? That is annoying. We'd have to go through Sean Kelly. No, I'd rather just have the good yields. At least there's a bit of a road there. I could probably get a city trade route going from this one. Actually, that's also a good option. And we have a city up by this lake up here as well. We'll name these two. My 10th city, Mixamatosis, already with a source of horse. And my lake city up here into Planet Janet, which I'm going to just scoop this tower quickly from the letter before it can get it. Well, I like when the route that it gives me is different from the one I would do. I like that road, yes. That's much better. You see, look, my empire can produce some sensible roads if it tries. City number 12. Tilke, again, part number 2 of this beautiful, beautiful fidget spinner enclave. You'll be fine. Put a holy site next to a volcano. Nothing will go wrong, I'm sure. Well, we've waited some time, but it's time now to put our first set of Savanti towers down, I believe. Currently, this tile has 1 food and 1 production. However, we have 2 resources next to this tile, so we now have 2 food, 3 production, 2 faith. I just got feudalism. Did I just get the feudalism boost? I'm not entirely sure why I got feudalism there, but I'm not going to complain. Anyway, look how cool. Isn't this the most cool looking tile? It's so awesome. Yeah, I love these. The Actors Forts, they're really, really good for yields. We're going to be putting a lot of them around my empire. A lot of them. So let's start to get them down. Urban planning is pretty useful, but serfdom is more useful. And I'm really struggling on gold once again. Luckily, the AI is buying all of my strategics, my resources. I really need to meet more people around the world so I can sell even more. But right now, we've got a good supply of income coming in. And look at this, another lighthouse. Amazing. So we've almost colonized around the entirety of the land that I want to. You can see I am spreading my cities around a little bit. I'm not packing them in 100%. I want to balance having a lot of cities compared to just making sure I've got some space for them to expand into the later game. When you pack them in at 4 tiles, often they can be a little cramped. We're kind of finding somewhere in the middle of that. Well, feudalism helps a lot. Recorded history, as we said before, that will unlock some very, very useful things for us, and more of these towers down. It is tempting. I think we're focusing on getting the best value out of a lot of these difficult to place tiles. I mean, that would only give me 1 food and 1 production because we've only got the single die there. I'll go on them. It's housing. Gee, that's really, really strong. Okay, I'm learning pretty quickly. If you can put them down, put them down. I feel like I'm not doing the maths on this right. We've got 1 food, 2 production. It always gives 1 food, so that'll make it a 2-2 tile. And we've got 1 resource, so it should be a 2-3 tile after I put this down. Yeah, no, we've done it right. Sometimes you have to scratch your head and go, am I sure I have this all done right? Oh, if you the first built provides a random civic. There you go. Must be adjacent to a bonus or luxury resource. We're learning the rules. We're learning the rules as we go. Oh, it's a barb caravel. Please, Barbs, take me away with you. Where have you come from? I need to know about the world. Auckland does. Oh, Auckland's actually explored some of the map above for me. There are some cities up here, which is unfortunate, but there's so much land. This is good. This is good. We just need to continue settling forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Ignore that. That was just an archer dying. It's all according to plan, probably. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Bear Ray, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Waller Bear, Mixamatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluke 79, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!